Timmy! Timmy! Timmy!
No, it's Jimmy. Blah, blah, blah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jimmy James, not Timmy. It's Sunday, the 10th of August, 2025. We've got a Wisla Krakow news update. A few things that have been going on that I just want to let you know about. Great result today, by the way, for Wisla Krakow. More about that later. Let's get into the news. Just put my glasses on. This is why I love Wisla Krakow. Let's be honest. There's always something going on. Always something. It intrigues me. It infuriates me. It excites me. This is Wisla Krakow. Let's start off with some news from our game against Stal Mielec earlier on in this season. We were only 4 rounds in, but Wisla have a problem where clubs do not want the fans to attend the games. It's widely publicised. We all know the reasons why. We all know the reasons why. There's that hooligan element. It's not just Wisla Krakow though, but Stal Mielec, they received a fine for not allowing Wisla fans to attend the game. I think it was 30,000 Polish zloty. In the UK, that's roughly, let's say, £6,000. So for a club of Stal Mielec size, not an insignificant amount. The league didn't believe the excuse that the away fans, the end, where the away fans are normally housed, it was having a refurb done and it wasn't going to be finished in time. So the league didn't believe it, neither did we. It's just a poor effort from Mielec all round. And they got the just desserts, pay the fine. And we got 3 points. So up yours is the best I can say for that. It's just really poor not allowing the away fans in. Not every fan is a hooligan. So hopefully other teams will take note. Moving on. So Wisla Krakow's owner, Jarosław Królewski, hopefully I've not butchered the name. He stated in Goal magazine that Wisla, we need a new stadium. Straight away, 2 questions come to mind. Firstly, where is the cash going to come from for such a venture? It's not too long ago we couldn't afford to pay the players the wages. I think it was in January, mid-season break. Apparently, we had this bill coming. 2 million euros. The players couldn't be paid. We don't know where it came from. Nobody did the due diligence. Everybody, we didn't know about this bill. Well, it arrived. The players didn't get the wages. Suddenly we're going to start building new stadiums. I mean, the current state of the stadium leaves a lot to be desired in certain areas. And, you know, the health and safety team have highlighted these issues. So we don't need to go over that again. But let's start looking after the stadium that we've got currently so we don't get stands being closed down, especially when we're looking to sell out the stadium. It was over 33,000 and a few hundred. Let's get the current stadium up to scratch first, shall we, before we start thinking about building new stadiums. The second question that I've got, and it might sound bizarre, what are the local council's thoughts on this possible new stadium? If my understanding and translation is up to scratch, might not be, but if it's anything like, the local council in Krakow want to build car parking facilities, get this, under Wisla's stadium. I kid you not. Like I said, if my translation is right, at first I thought they wanted to sell a piece of they wanted to buy, or Wisla were going to sell a piece of the car park. Apparently, the council want to build it under Wisla's stadium. The club put a statement out saying that the owner, Jarosław Królewski, opposes the idea. I should think he did. And my thoughts, again, due diligence. How on earth can the local authority put a claim in or on ground that sits under the actual stadium? Beggars belief. Maybe they can do a deal with the local council where they get the local council to build Wisla a new stadium and they can put the car park underneath it. That'd work. That'd work really well. One can dream, of course. Right, moving on from the stadium, Ronaldo. I just want to put this, change this window over. So, we all know the trials and tribulations about and rumour about what's been going on with Ronaldo over the summer. Is he staying? Is he going? Well, he gave an interview to Sebastian Janus of Goal magazine. In it, Ronaldo outlined what had been occurring regards the rumours around his sale and transfer to various clubs. The precursor to the interview states, Angel Ronaldo has signed a new contract with Wisla Krakow, which runs until 2030. In an interview with Goal, he revealed how many offers he rejected. Ronaldo rejected offers from Bulgaria and Turkey. He was still considering the move until the very end. Wisla Krakow feared Angel Ronaldo's departure, but they fought hard for him. The star seriously considered changing clubs, tempted by the prospect of playing at a higher level. Ultimately, he decided to extend his contract, which now runs until 2030. At the same time, White Star president Jarosław Królewski assured, and here's the kicker for me, that no offers would be accepted for him this summer or winter. Now, like I've said in live streams and previously, if it wasn't even being considered at some point, why do you need to put a statement out saying so? Obviously, somebody has mentioned it or somebody has thought of it, and it won't be just me, Jimmy James, and that's why they've come out and said that. So in reality, what Królewski is really saying is that the contract Ronaldo just signed is valid for one season, and then all bets are off. I understand why Ronaldo would sign, because it gives him 5 years of security financially. But make no mistake, it doesn't give him 5 years with the club not wanting to sell him to the highest bidder. You know, if the offers come in to suit Królewski, that contract will mean nothing. I know no player is expendable, and every player on the planet has a price at which the club will look to make the sale happen. It's just the nature of the beast. This is why I get the strong feeling that if don't get promotion this 25-26 season, then Ronaldo will be on his way to pastures new. The 5-year contract just firms up his sale price. If Wisla do move up to the Ekstraklasse at the end of this season, then I would expect Ronaldo to stay, especially he's a fan's favourite and he's at his peak age-wise. However, remember what I said, every player has his price at which a club will sell. The question is, what is Ronaldo's price? Anyway, Ronaldo states in the interview, the story behind Ronaldo staying Krakow is intriguing. Every day, new information trickled in, either bringing the striker closer or further away from Wisla. At the end of the saga, the Spaniard had 2 offers from Bulgaria and Turkey. He didn't even consider the latter, and the decision to reject Ludogorets wasn't obvious. Ronaldo says, on the one hand, the last few moments were nerve-wracking, but on the other, I felt privileged. I had an extension offer from the club I love, and other clubs were also courting me. Family reasons were the deciding factor. It was a mutual decision. There were times when I considered leaving, but ultimately I decided to continue my career at Wisla. At one point I was close, but I changed my mind, and after 30 minutes I called the president and said I didn't want to move to Ludogorets. There was also an offer from Turkey. The agent said there was a lot of money to be made there, but I never considered that offer. There was contact with Vidzev, but there was never an official offer. So we'll see what happens long term. And with so many variables, all we can do is speculate and trust the club and the player. We have no other option. So hopefully there's a little bit of clarity around that. There's still a few grey areas around the edges for my liking, but we'll put that one to bed for now. And finally, we can also put to bed what's been happening with Tamas Kiss. He's moved on to pastures new. He'll be playing his trade in Cyprus at Northousis Famagusta. The 24-year-old winger moved on a 12-month contract with the possibility of a 12-month extension. So all we can do is wish him all the best. Currently, the fee, if any, is undisclosed. Knowing Wisla the way we do business, he'll have gone on a free. Man, we did do a good bit of business getting Ertahaler on a free. That is for sure. Just before I go, well done to Wisla Krakow on victory over Gorzisk today by 3-2 once again. They put us through the ringer in true Wisla fashion. They made us sweat near the end. 30,000 plus in attendance today. So bravo to all those who attended. Next up for Wisla, there's a match on the 19th of August, the 7:30 kickoff away at Pruskov. So fingers crossed we can keep this unbeaten run going. Quick mention for our stream supporter for tonight, Pimlott Psychotherapy and Counselling Practice. Frankie James down there. She is a fully qualified psychotherapeutic counsellor. Your mental health is as important as your physical health. Take good care of it. If you want to get in contact, look in the description of this video and either myself or Frankie will get back in touch. Look after your mental health. It is important. Right. On that note, I will say have a great evening. We look forward to the next match that Wisla play away at Pruskov. Fingers crossed we can keep this 100% record going. Fingers crossed the attendances keep going up at home. Can't get many more in at the home stadium, can we? Just over 33,000 and a few hundred it holds. Well done, everybody. I am Jimmy James. Thanks for watching this news update regarding Wisla Krakow. Please hit that subscribe button, ping that notifications bell, and if you can give me a thumbs up, that'd be superb. And if you'd like to share the stream, I'd be ever so grateful. We'll catch up real soon.